or filed at least 25 custom documents during last financial year and 10 documents in case of MSMEs. The entity should be legally compliant and financially sound during last 3 financial years and 2 years in case of MSMEs. Entity must ensure safety and security of supply chain to meet international supply chain standards such as procedural security, premise security, cargo security, conveyance security and personal security. To boost the economy and encourage new businesses and enterprises, exclusive relaxation are extended to MSMEs in the segment.
AU is a preferential program that allows importers and exporters to enjoy certain benefits when it comes to dealing with the customs. And the program expects the importers, the industry to act as a reliable partner of the government.
The digital revolution has swept through every corner of our nation, transforming the way we conduct our affairs. To further the ease of doing business, the process of AEO application has also been made online for all tiers of AEO to partake in this online convenience. You simply need to register at www.aeoindia.gov.in using your email ID and mobile number registered in IEC documents for importer or exporter. Registration is a one-time process and a prerequisite for any further processing. Once the details are verified, applicant can then file their T1, T2, T3 and LO application. After successful verification of registration, you can then apply for AEO accreditation. Upload relevant documents as per AEO circulars and submit for further processing. The documents will be scrutinized by the AEO officials. Thereafter, the premises will be physically verified for T2, T3 and LO applicants. After due verification and approval, the AEO certificate will be shared over the registered mail ID.
उसका रजिस्ट्रेशन प्रोसेस जो है वो बहुत ही ईजी है. ऑनलाइन वी कैन सबमिट आवर एप्लीकेशंस और इसके बाद जो फिज़िकल वेरिफिकेशन होता है उसके लिए जो है हम लोग कस्टम ऑफिसर के साथ डिस्कशन करते हैं और वो बहुत ही कोऑर्डिनली डिस्कस करते हैं एंड दे विजिट अवर प्लांट आल्सो. एंड उसके बाद हमारे को जो बेनिफिट मिलते हैं AEO 3 स्टेटस के बाद वो बहुत ही बेनिफिशियल है फॉर द कंपनी आल्सो.
The issued certificates for AEO T1 are valid for 3 years and are auto-renewed based on subsequent annual self-declaration. T2 are valid for 3 years and T3 LO for 5 years. The registration and application process has been simplified and can be easily done using the self-help user guide available on www.aeoindia.gov.in. Besides, a dedicated help desk is also operational to resolve any issues faced by the applicants. AEO is continuously evolving, and your partnership helps us build a trusted and secured international supply chain. Stay compliant, stay authorized, remain trusted, get facilitated.
CBIC has consistently led the way in automation by incorporating advanced technology into its operations to improve both efficiency and effectiveness. CBIC is now ready to launch a state-of-the-art tool that will integrate smoothly with its current systems, presenting the future of customs operations that's set to revolutionize the way customs officers work. The iStab handheld device. CBIC has always been committed to enhance the ease of doing business, and the iStab is a game changer. This innovative device gives examining officers mobile access to the ICES application right in the heart of the cargo shed. Officers can now conduct cargo examination and instantly submit their reports as soon as they finish while on the move. This real-time feeding of examination reports results in quicker cargo clearance. With the iStab, officers can easily enter examination reports through a user-friendly interface. Plus, They can capture and upload up to 4 photographs during their inspections, ensuring proper documentation while maintaining speed. iStab helps to store SSO ID of officer, date and time, latitude and longitude of place where photographs are taken. But that's not all. The iStab allows officers to preview photos, view bill of entry details, access RMS instructions, examination orders, and even upload documents to eSanchit, the department's document repository. It's all about making their work easier and more efficient. The iStab is a compact and portable device featuring a 10.1-inch display that's lightweight and easy to carry, powered by a MediaTek octa-core processor and 6 GB of RAM. It's perfect for multitasking on the go. With a robust 7100 mAh battery, this device is built for long hours of use, ensuring officers stay connected with 4G LTE and Wi-Fi support. High-speed internet access means they can work efficiently no matter where they are.
Mayank. Good afternoon, everyone. The Honorable Union Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs is expected shortly. All guests are requested to kindly take their seat and keep their mobile phones on silent mode. Thank you. सर बोलिए एक बार ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर ऑफ फाइनेंस इज एक्सपेक्टेड शॉर्टली सर आप ये वाला एक बार वहाँ से
Good afternoon, everyone. The Honorable Union Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs is expected very shortly.
पंकज सर कहाँ पे कौन लेने वाला है अपने को साइन क्या ही बोले यार anytime soon
The Honorable Union Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs is expected at any moment. The Honorable Union Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman ji, is amongst us. All are requested to kindly rise. Namaskar. On behalf of Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs, I, Jai Vagmare,
and I, Sheikh Salman,
extend a warm welcome to the Honorable Union Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman ji, the Honorable Minister of State for Finance, Shri Pankaj Chaudhary ji, Finance and Revenue Secretary, Shri Tuhin Kant Pandey, Chairman CBIC, Shri Sanjay Kumar Agarwal, Member Customs, Shri Surjit Bhujbal, Member IT, Shri Yogendra Garg, retired officers of CBIC, senior officers of CBIC and other government departments, representatives of foreign missions, representatives of trade and media, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. It is a privilege to welcome all to the International Customs Day celebration 2025. Today, we gather to celebrate International Customs Day, marking India's membership in the World Customs Organization since February 1971. On this day, we reaffirm our commitment to the objectives set out by the WCO, namely trade facilitation, revenue collection, protection of society, and organizational development.
अब परंपरा अनुसार कार्यक्रम के शुभारंभ हेतु हम माननीय केंद्रीय वित्त एवं कॉरपोरेट कार्य मंत्री श्रीमती निर्मला सीतारमन जी और मंच पर उपस्थित सभी अतिथियों से विनम्र निवेदन करते हैं कि वे पवित्र दीप को प्रज्वलित करें।
गणनायकाय गणदेवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमंडिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि।
दीप प्रज्वलन के लिए आप सभी आदरणीय अतिथियों का धन्यवाद। आप सभी से निवेदन है कि कृपया अपना स्थान ग्रहण करें। कार्यक्रम के अगले चरण में मैं अध्यक्ष केंद्रीय अप्रत्यक्ष कर एवं सीमा शुल्क बोर्ड श्री संजय कुमार अग्रवाल जी से निवेदन करता हूं कि वे माननीय केंद्रीय वित्त एवं कॉरपोरेट कार्य मंत्री श्रीमती निर्मला सीतारमन जी की इस गरिमामयी उपस्थिति पर उनको पौधा और स्मृति चिन्ह भेंट कर उनका स्वागत और अभिनंदन करें। धन्यवाद महोदय। अब मैं सदस्य सीमा शुल्क श्री सुरजीत भुजबल जी से सादर अनुरोध करता हूं कि वे माननीय वित्त राज्य मंत्री श्री पंकज चौधरी जी को सम्मान स्वरूप पौधा और स्मृति चिन्ह भेंट कर उनका स्वागत और अभिनंदन करें। धन्यवाद महोदय। अब मैं सदस्य जोनल एवं आईटी श्री योगेंद्र गर्ग जी से निवेदन करता हूं कि वे माननीय वित्त एवं राजस्व सचिव श्री तुहिन कांत पांडे जी को सम्मान स्वरूप पौधा और स्मृति चिन्ह देकर उनका स्वागत और अभिनंदन करें।
Thank you, sir. I now request the Member Customs, Shri Surjit Bhujbal ji, to deliver the welcome address.
Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable Union Minister for Finance and Corporate Affairs, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman. Honorable Union Minister of State for Finance, Shri Pankaj Chaudhary. Revenue Secretary and Finance Secretary, Shri Tuhin Kant Pandey. Chairman, Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs, Shri Sanjay Kumar Agarwal. Mr. Yogendra Garg, Member, IT CBIC. Mr. Vimal Srivastav, Chief Commissioner, Nhava Customs. Senior officers from CBIC, various departments, representatives of trade and industry, Chairman Jawaharlal Nehru Port Trust, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon and namaskar. It is a privilege to welcome you all for today's function to celebrate International Customs Day 2025. We gather to reflect on our journey and achievements as we continue adapting to the evolving needs of global supply chain. This year's theme of the World Customs Organization, Customs Delivering on its commitment to efficiency, security, and prosperity, encourages us all to introspect on our progress and on the challenges ahead. India's recent membership in the WCO Policy Commission and the Finance Committee underscores our growing role in shaping global customs actions and reinforces our commitment to contributing to international cooperation in trade facilitation. Blending data-driven approaches with human-centric stories is essential for showcasing the vital role of customs in driving economic growth and social well-being, a message which resonates strongly with our ongoing efforts in India with an aim to build a more efficient, secure, and inclusive trade ecosystem. CBIC has consistently endeavored to meet the demands of an ever-changing ecosystem. Our customs clearance infrastructure spread across 33 air cargo complexes, 63 minor and major ports, 107 internal container depots, 76 EDI-enabled land customs stations, 11 railway stations, etc., forms a critical part of India's trade architecture. While projects such as Jogbani, Viratnagar, and Agartala-Akhora railway corridors, along with the new riverine trade routes between Bhutan and Bangladesh, have opened new avenues for commerce, greenfield airports in Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, and Orissa, and major seaports in Maharashtra and Kerala, and the continuous setting up of new inland container depots all across, coupled with new and innovative facilities like e-commerce export hubs, do provide us exciting possibilities along with challenges for the department. Madam, in a July 2024 budget speech, you had said that we are to ensure to digitize all remaining manual customs processes within 2 years for ensuring a seamless, paperless experience for stakeholders, and we remain committed on this. This last year's International Customs Day, CBIC has made some good progress. Automation of exchange list notifications for 22 currencies, full digitization of warehouse applications, automation of IGST refunds for postal exports, export incentives like duty drawback, ROTTEP, and ROSTIL were extended to courier transactions through digital mode. Electronic cash ledger for simplified customs duty payments extended to the courier shipments. IceGate 2 mobile tab launched for ease of examination by the customs. Automated customs out of charge for the AEO T2, T3 importers. The National Time Release Study 2024 has shown that there has been a reduction in cargo clearance time across seaports, air cargo complexes, and integrated checkposts. We stand committed to further ease cargo clearance by way of effective collaboration and coordination with a host of sister departments and agencies by way of our ambitious single window interface for Trade 2.0 program. The year 2024 witnessed CBIC entering into AEO mutual recognition agreements with Australia, Russia, and Japan. The India AO Dialogue, organized by us at New Delhi recently, saw participation from 20 countries and stakeholders. 2024 also saw Nasan Palasamudram being accredited as the third WCO Customs Training Center under RTC India, significantly enhancing our capacity building efforts. Nasan Palasamudram cemented India's leadership role in the regional customs capacity building initiatives when it organized the WCO Asia Pacific Regional Training Centers Heads meeting last year. Inclusivity and sustainability are the core of our initiatives. Steps have been taken to ensure gender neutral infrastructure, increase women's participation in international trade through outreach and skill development programs. In principle, approval has been obtained for 8 new central revenue control laboratories at various places, which will significantly reduce testing times and improve the clearance process. It is indeed fitting that we are celebrating today's event at Nhava port, India's largest container gateway port, which handles nearly 50% of the country's container traffic. With an average daily throughput of approximately 20,000 TEUs, trade at this port has grown exponentially since its inception in 1989 and now accounts for nearly 1/5 of India's total customs revenue. Several reform initiatives, such as direct port delivery, direct port entry, were first experimented here, providing valuable policy feedback. While we take pride in our achievements, we shall remain committed to innovation, collaboration, and excellence. On behalf of the Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs, I'd like to once again take this opportunity to extend a warm welcome to Honorable Union Minister for Finance and Corporate Affairs, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, Honorable Union Minister of State for Finance, Shri Pankaj Chaudhary, and Revenue Secretary, Shri Tuhin Kant Pandey. I also extend a warm welcome to all distinguished guests present here today. Your presence reinforces our shared mission to build a future-ready customs ecosystem that fosters economic growth, ensures security, and promotes prosperity for all. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. The World Customs Organization's theme for this year is Customs delivering on its commitment to efficiency, security, and prosperity. Indian Customs reaffirms its commitment to these objectives. To showcase this, a short video prepared by CBIC will be played shortly on the big screen.
From the ancient Silk Road to the modern digital highways of trade, Bharat has always been a global economic force. Trade in spices, silk, and precious stones once connected us to the world, and today, technology and innovation continue this legacy. But behind every seamless trade movement, there stand a vigilant, facilitating force: Indian Customs.
ट्रस्ट बेस्ड इकोनॉमिक गवर्नेंस को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए एक हाई लेवल कमिटी फॉर रेगुलेटरी रिफॉर्म्स गठित की है। कस्टम रेट स्ट्रक्चर को रेशनलाइज किया है। अंतर्राष्ट्रीय व्यापार को आसान करने के लिए डिजिटल पब्लिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की मदद से भारत ट्रेड नेट की शुरुआत की जा रही है।
In today's interconnected world, where economies are reshaped by global trade, Indian Customs is evolving at an unprecedented pace. With policies that align with international standards, we are ensuring safer and faster clearances, eliminating bottlenecks, and a digitally empowered ecosystem.
All the major taxpayer services under GST and most services under customs and income tax have been digitalized. All remaining services of customs and income tax, including rectification and order giving effect to appellate orders, shall be digitalized and made paperless over the next 2 years.
Technology is revolutionizing the way customs operate. The Indian Customs EDI system, Risk Management System, IceGate, Express cargo clearance system are ensuring seamless digital coordination across all departments with advancements like artificial intelligence and blockchain-driven cargo tracking, and transparency is at an all-time high. But beyond trade facilitation, customs is also India's first line of defense, curbing illegal activities like narcotics, smuggling, counterfeiting, and wildlife trafficking. Every year, significant seizure of wildlife, flora, fauna, gold, narcotics, and other contraband reaffirm customs' commitment to protecting the nation's economy and biodiversity. By integrating smart surveillance and AI-driven risk profiling, we are making borders more secure. By embracing digital transformation, strengthening global ties, and working in partnership with businesses, Indian Customs delivering on its commitment to efficiency, security, and prosperity.
CBIC has made significant strides in strengthening international customs cooperation, ensuring that trade facilitation, intelligence sharing, joint enforcement, and capacity building drive global partnerships. India has signed customs cooperation and mutual assistance agreements with 42 customs administrations worldwide, with 12 more at an advanced stage, thereby expanding collaboration and strengthening enforcement networks. To mark the spirit of Indian customs deepening its global ties, we will now unveil a memorabilia on India's international customs cooperation. We request the Honorable Union Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs to unveil the memorabilia. This memorabilia stands as a testament to India's unwavering commitment to international customs cooperation and represents our vision for a future where customs partnerships strengthen trade, enhance security, and contribute to global prosperity.
आगे बढ़ते हुए आज के इस कार्यक्रम में व्यापारिक गतिविधियों की सुगमता और सीमा शुल्क प्रक्रियाओं के डिजिटलीकरण की दिशा में CBIC द्वारा 3 नए इनिशिएटिव्स का शुभारंभ किया जाएगा। आइए शुरुआत करते हैं एकल अनुबंध से। एकल अनुबंध अर्थात एक बॉन्ड। इस नई पहल से व्यापार के अनेक मैनुअल बॉन्ड सिर्फ एक डिजिटल बॉन्ड में परिवर्तित हो जाएंगे। इस संदर्भ में एक शॉर्ट वीडियो आपके समक्ष प्रस्तुत है।
In customs, bonds are legal undertaking. Traditionally, these bonds had to be submitted physically for each transaction at every port. CBIC is committed to digitize various customs processes. To make the process of imports and exports quick and efficient, Indian Customs is launching Ekal Anubandh, single all-India multi-purpose electronic bond and electronic bank guarantees for importers and exporters. This will allow importers and exporters to submit bonds or bank guarantees once electronically, eliminating the need for transaction-based submissions at every port, simplifying trade, strengthening India's future.
माननीय केंद्रीय वित्त एवं कॉरपोरेट कार्य मंत्री महोदया से अनुरोध है कि वे एकल अनुबंध की इस डिजिटल पहल का शुभारंभ करें। धन्यवाद महोदया। व्यापार की सुगमता को बढ़ाने के लिए दूसरा इनिशिएटिव ऑनलाइन कस्टम्स रिफंड है। इस संदर्भ में एक शॉर्ट वीडियो आपके समक्ष प्रस्तुत है।
Traditionally, importers and exporters submitted refund applications using paper-based forms, which were processed through an e-office system. Once approved, the refund was issued via check. However, change is on the horizon. Indian Customs is set to revolutionize the refund process by introducing a fully automated, digitized system to streamline refund applications and disbursements. Taxpayers will now submit refund applications online directly through the IceGate portal. Once processed, the refund will be electronically credited to the taxpayer's bank account. To ensure that the system runs with minimal delays and maximum transparency, leveraging electronic environment, concurrent audit is being done away with, and post-audit will be done on risk basis. Customs refund. Faster, transparent, hassle-free.
माननीय केंद्रीय वित्त एवं कॉरपोरेट कार्य मंत्री महोदया से अनुरोध है कि वे ऑनलाइन कस्टम रिफंड की इस डिजिटल पहल का शुभारंभ करें।
Thank you, ma'am. Another new initiative for trade facilitation is VAGE, that is Vision for Expeditious Goods Release on Arrival, which will ensure swift cargo movement for AEO entities. Let us watch a short video on this initiative.
Introducing VAGE, Vision for Expeditious Goods Release on Arrival, a framework to eliminate bottlenecks and enable swift cargo movement. By integrating initiatives like risk management and the authorized economic operator, a program. Trade, a faster future. VAGE by Indian Customs, streamlining trade for tomorrow.
We request Honorable Union Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs to launch this initiative. Thank you, ma'am. The Customs Manual 2025 is a compilation of all customs legal provisions and procedures. It aims to enhance transparency for taxpayers and will serve as a comprehensive reference for all stakeholders. The digital version of the manual will be published on the CBIC website. I request the Honorable Minister of State for Finance, Shri Pankaj Chaudhary ji, to launch the digital version of the Customs Manual 2025.
धन्यवाद महोदय। इस शुभ अवसर पर अब मैं अध्यक्ष CBIC श्री संजय कुमार अग्रवाल जी से अनुरोध करता हूं कि वे सभा को संबोधित करें।
Honorable Union Finance Minister Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman ji, Honorable Minister of State for Finance Shri Pankaj Chaudhary ji, Finance and Revenue Secretary, Shri Tuinkant Pandey, my colleagues from board, senior officers of CBIC, Chairman JNPA, Shri Umesh Wagji, valued members of the trade, friends from the media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to all of you on the occasion of International Customs Day. This day holds special significance for us as we join the global customs community in celebrating the pivotal role of customs in facilitating trade, securing borders, and contributing to economic growth. The theme of this year, Customs delivering on its commitment to efficiency, security, and prosperity, resonates deeply with the efforts of CBIC in transforming the landscape of customs administration in India. The Honorable Prime Minister, while addressing the nation on 78th Independence Day, said, and I quote, "We must align our aspirations and our efforts to ensure that the 21st century, destined to be the century of Bharat, becomes a Swarnim Bharat and achieve our goal of Viksit Bharat by 2047, unquote. The Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs is committed towards the vision of Honorable Prime Minister and has consistently undertaken reforms to enhance ease of doing business, streamlining procedures, and improve clearance times of exempt trade. In line with the budget announcement last year, CBIC has undertaken a series of digitalization initiatives to enhance the efficiency and transparency of customs operations. The automated out-of-charge made operational recently for AU, T2 and T3 clients has significantly expedited our cargo clearance for trusted traders, reducing delays and fostering ease of doing business. To enhance efficiency and reduce paperwork in customs warehousing, the warehouse licensing application process and movement of goods between bonded warehouses has now been fully digitalized through the IceGate portal. Innovative solutions have also been introduced to modernize customs procedures, such as the introduction of electronic certificates of origin, standard examination orders, and auto that export order facilities. Also, the electronic self-initiated payment facility allows the registered users of the IceGate to generate self-initiated challans using multiple payment modes for payments related to past imports, exports, audit investigations, and penalties, etc., without requiring any intervention from customs officers. Similarly, the initiatives launched today by the Honorable Finance Minister and Honorable Minister of Finance mark our continued pursuit of digital transformation and enhanced trade facilitation. The online customs refund module will provide taxpayers with an online platform for application, processing, and electronic dispersal of refunds. This will eliminate physical interface and enhance transparency. The introduction of single all India multi-purpose electronic bond will revolutionize the submission of bonds by replacing physical transaction-based bond submission at multiple ports with centralized digital mechanism. This will lead to a reduction in compliance costs and administrative burden. I would like to take this opportunity to assure the representatives of trade and industry that the department will further continue to focus on leveraging digital solutions to enhance customs efficiency, security, and trade facilitation. This year's budget has introduced various trade-friendly measures, a clear 2-year timeline for finalizing provisional assessments, which may be extendable by 1 year, will ensure greater certainty and predictability. Further, a new provision has been introduced allowing importers and exporters to voluntarily declare material facts post-clearance and pay duty with interest without any penalty, fostering a culture of voluntary compliance. Additionally, the extension of the end-use period from 6 months to 1 year will reduce the compliance cost or compliance burden on trade. Strengthening customs infrastructure is crucial in this transformational journey, in line with the Honorable Prime Minister's vision for multimodal connectivity under the PM Gati Shakti Master Plan. 35 multimodal logistics parks are being developed across India to improve last mile connectivity. In 2024, significant strides were made in port infrastructure with the customs notification of Yogayatan Port in Maharashtra, Chhara Port in Gujarat, and Vizhinjam Port in Kerala. Other key infrastructure projects like Navi Mumbai Airport, Ramayapatnam Port in Andhra Pradesh, Jewar Airport in Uttar Pradesh, Padhavan Port in Maharashtra, and Tuna Tekra Mega Container Terminal in Gujarat will bridge critical trade logistics gaps. To strengthen risk-based, non-intrusive clearances, 25 new scanners have been installed across key ports. Additionally, the revamped National Assessment Centers under faceless assessment has contributed significantly to standardizing customs procedures and ensuring uniformity in decision making. Ma'am, the success of these initiatives is evident in the findings of the National Time Release Study. The average release time for both imports and exports has significantly reduced over the years. While these improvements are commendable, we remain committed to achieving the ambitious target of the National Trade Facilitation Action Plan. Wherever we have received a request for any kind of facilitation to promote Make in India, CBIC has responded swiftly. One such example is requirement of facility of examination at importers' premises for niche sector like electronics. We have provided the facility, and regulations in this regard have just been launched by Honorable Finance Minister. With a focus on faster clearances, reduced compliance burden, digital integration, and enhanced risk management, we continue to deliver on our mandate of facilitating seamless trade while ensuring national economic security in our journey towards Viksit Bharat. Before I conclude, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to all the awardees of the World Customs Organization Certificate of Merit. Your dedication and excellence are truly commendable, and I wish all the best for your future endeavors. As we celebrate International Customs Day, I take this opportunity to express my gratitude to the officers of CBIC for their relentless determination and perseverance. I also extend my sincere appreciation to our trade partners and stakeholders for their cooperation in making these reforms successful. Together, we move forward in our shared vision of a simplified, efficient, and vibrant customs ecosystem that supports India's journey towards becoming
Honorable Finance Minister, Honorable Minister of State, Chairman CBIC, members of the board, all CBIC colleagues, members of trade and industry, members of the media. I'm delighted to be a part of the celebration of International Customs Day. While getting up to address, my foot got entangled on the cloth hanging on the side. It was a bottleneck which I had to struggle to do that. So if we could do that as simple activity at that, we face some bottlenecks. As complex as international trade, many bottlenecks must be faced by the entrepreneurs and the traders. So therefore, how do we serve them better? How do we remove those bottlenecks? And since there is a lot of echo in the room, we have to, whatever we are now saying on technology, on trust, on facilitation, it's amplifying. It's amplifying multifold. So that was indeed the theme of this year's budget announcement that FM made. If you really recall, FM brought in a number of reforms in this budget. This budget was pro-growth, pro-reforms, pro-taxpayers, and pro-India, India's manufacturing. First, we had massive rationalization of our rates. Now our custom rates are only 8, including 0 rate. Second, there was promotion of exports and support for domestic manufacturing in a manner that they don't get uncompetitive. At the same time, they get supported for a short period. A very major announcement and in fact tax change was bringing in provisional assessment time period, 2 years. There was no time period for this, and obviously any order which comes after 10 years will be a big shock and time and cost business. Ease of compliance, a number of measures have been brought in ease of compliance. To encourage manufacturing, the time period has been extended for end use of imported inputs, not only in handicrafts, but various other industries. And Bharat Trade Net, which is one of the major announcements, which is bringing not only the customs together, but many other agencies, the banks, the other trade bodies, the departments, the commerce, customs, all put together to a very ambitious, our next DPI of our country. We announced that as well. FM mentioned very clearly, trust first, scrutinize later. And now many of the measures which have been taken today by the Customs Administration, one bond, extremely important. You go from window to window, you have a physical thing, you put it here, then you retire that bond, you go to another, you do that. You have a single bond, electronic, with EBG facility. I believe this could be a game changer for the trade in terms of how they will do business, how they will facilitate compliance cost, transaction cost. Online customs refund, again, an excellent initiative of really not only getting refund on time, but also accountability. Because all the digital processes, they come with a log, they track. You can know where the file is. So this way we will make all ourselves accountable, and we will have a workflow-based system rather than a system which is based on putting an application. Third, vague. It's a Sanskrit word, it's Vega. I was first wondering what is this Vega, but it is Vega, in Sanskrit word Vega. So, but it's basically speed. So on arrival, you have a vision for expeditious goods on arrival. So therefore you know that goods are likely to come, and so therefore you have a pre-set procedures, you have a system of AEOs, authorized operators, economic operators, therefore you don't check, and the trade moves in a nice way. And of course, not the least, Custom Manual 2025, which Honorable Minister of State unveiled. Manualizing, keeping them updated is one sure way of bringing certainty and also speed, because everyone knows that, where to look for. Turant Custom Initiative, we have brought in a number of initiatives, making customs faceless, paperless, contactless, but certainly not heartless. So we are bringing the heart as well. Participating government agencies have been added. SWIFT 2.0 is under implementation. There are 6,000 authorized economic operators now, which is in coordination with customs of other countries. 28,000 crore of dispersals of drawback has happened this year. 1 lakh crore of IGST refunds have happened already. We are at the service of people of India. Global security environment is quite challenging. Border controls play a crucial role in enhancing our national security. National Custom Targeting Center has done a commendable job. 13,000 cases of outright smuggling this year, including over 1,400 arrests have been made. While we would like to decriminalize as a matter of faith and principle, we will certainly have no hesitation in putting behind bars those who threaten our economic security. Crisis response is another area where security is ensured during times of uncertainty. Now, the third theme of the Customs Day, prosperity, as you know, that in everything that we do, we are really not now saying that custom is not really the border control measure, it's trade facilitation measure. We don't really put customs on top of our mind for collection of revenue. We are here for improving competitiveness of our economy. We have to grow and grow fast. And that should be the primary aim at which all of our agencies must work together. I think what FM has made it very clear that we have to support all these initiatives, and if the resources are needed, we'll certainly provide all the resources that customs need to do their work effectively. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. On the International Customs Day, it is a tradition to reward customs officers for their outstanding contribution by awarding them the World Customs Organization's Certificate of Merit. The award recognizes exceptional achievements in areas such as enforcement, modernization, capacity building, and international cooperation. I request the Honorable Union Minister of Finance and the Honorable Minister of State for Finance to award the certificates to the 20 selected customs officers. To begin with, Shri Sanket Kale, Commissioner in situ, Mumbai Customs. He has made significant contributions in customs enforcement and played a key role in modernizing forensic and IT infrastructure. Shri Sanket Kale.
Shri Dinesh Kumar Bisen, Additional Commissioner, Indore Customs. He has contributed to several seizures of narcotics and made 192 arrests under Customs and NDPS Act. He also contributed actively to Mission Karmayogi initiative. Shri Dinesh Kumar Bisen.
Shri Rajesh Kumar, Additional Commissioner, Directorate of International Customs. He contributed significantly to the global outreach of India's AEO program and is also an expert faculty on preventing the smuggling of ozone-depleting substances. Shri Rajesh Kumar.
Ms. Usha Bhoyer, Additional Commissioner, Mumbai Customs. She played a significant role in Nhava Sheva's export encouragement vision, NEV, and the development of the export monitoring and analysis system, which led to significant revenue recovery. Ms. Usha Bhoyer.
Ms. Amrita Titus, Director, Tax Research Unit. She was an integral part of the indirect taxes team for the union budgets since the year 2023. She also contributed to FTA negotiations as well as the resolution of a WTO dispute. Ms. Amrita Titus.
Shri Sumit Besra, Joint Director, DG Audit. He made significant contributions in refining the custom post-clearance audit process and developing an assessment framework for customs audit performance. Shri Sumit Besra.
Ms. Himani Dua, Joint Director, DG Systems. She contributed significantly in auto-release module for AEO imports and module for hand carriage of precious commercial cargo on international flights and several other IT initiatives. Miss Himani Dua.
Shri Jitender Singh, Senior Technical Officer, Tariff Unit. He played a key role in resolving complex classification issues, automating export procedures, updating custom tariff, and implementing recommendations of WCO committees. Shri Jitender Singh.
Shri Kapil Prajapati, Undersecretary, Drawback Division. In addition to customs enforcement, he contributed in revision of RODTEP and drawback rates and also participated in a countervailing duty investigation. Shri Kapil Prajapati.
Shri Dhananjay Singh, Undersecretary, Customs Policy Wing. He made key contributions to the formulation and implementation of the Sea Cargo Manifest and Transshipment Regulations, and also in the resolution of IGST refund-related issues. Shri Dhananjay Singh.
Shri Kapil Gade, Deputy Commissioner, Chennai Customs. He made significant contributions to the seizure of gold, drugs, red sanders, and wildlife. He also investigated cases of commercial frauds, ensuring significant duty recovery. Shri Kapil Gade.
Ms. Megha Bansal, Undersecretary, Land Customs. She contributed significantly to modernizing land customs and enhancing regional connectivity in South Asia through bilateral cooperation with neighboring countries. Ms. Megha Bansal.
Ms. Shweta Garg, Deputy Commissioner, Investigation Customs. She has been instrumental in simplifying and harmonizing customs enforcement framework and contributed to board instructions which enhanced ease of doing business. Ms. Shweta Garg.
Shri Srinivasan Gopal, Assistant Director, NASIN. He designed and conducted several training programs on Custom Act and related legislations. He also published books on NDPS Act and custom compliance practices. Shri Srinivasan Gopal.
Shri Raman Mishra, Senior Intelligence Officer, DRI. He made key contributions to seizures of 471 kgs of heroin and 176 kgs of cocaine, along with significant seizures of foreign currency, gold, drones, arms, wildlife, and other contraband. Shri Raman Mishra.
Shri Pradeep Singh, Senior Intelligence Officer, DRI. He played key role in recovery of more than 200 crores of worth of gold, narcotics, cigarettes, foreign currency, and also uncovered a major gold smuggling racket. Shri Pradeep Singh.
Shri Vipin Kumar Rahul, Superintendent, NCTF Secretariat. He contributed actively in the National Trade Facilitation Action Plan 2024 to 27 and also participated in the conduct of national time release studies for the years 2022 to 2025. Shri Vipin Kumar Rahul.
Shri Samaresh Pal, Senior Intelligence Officer, DRI. He has been instrumental in numerous cases of seizures of red sanders and also played a key role in seizures of drugs, fake Indian currency notes, and more than 1,000 kgs of gold. Shri Samaresh Pal.
Shri Sahas, Additional Assistant Director, DGARM. He contributed significantly to the ATSP project of CBIC, which will facilitate seamless, non-intrusive, and faster passenger handling at airports. Shri Sahas.
Shri Mohit Semwal, Laboratory Assistant, CRCL. He contributed to the establishment of 8 new revenue laboratories and upgradation of 14 existing ones. He also contributed to the recognition of CRCL as Regional Lab of WCO. Shri Mohit Semwal. धन्यवाद माननीय। आप सभी से निवेदन है कि अपना स्थान ग्रहण करें। सभी सम्मानित अधिकारियों को एक बार पुनः बधाई एवं शुभकामनाएं। अब मैं आज के इस कार्यक्रम के विशिष्ट अतिथि माननीय वित्त राज्य मंत्री श्री पंकज चौधरी जी से अनुरोध करूंगा कि वे इस सभा को संबोधित करें।
वित्त एवं कॉर्पोरेट मंत्री श्रीमती निर्मला सीतारमन जी, फाइनेंस एवं रेवेन्यू सेक्रेटरी श्री तुहिन कांत पांडे जी, अध्यक्ष CBIC श्री संजय अग्रवाल जी, मेंबर CBIC श्री सुरजीत भुजबल जी, मेंबर CBIC श्री योगेंद्र गर्ग जी, चीफ कमिश्नर कस्टम श्री विमल श्रीवास्तव जी, सभी अधिकारीगण, यहाँ पर उपस्थित सभी सम्मानित जन, राष्ट्रीय सीमा शुल्क दिवस के अवसर पर आप सभी को अनेक अनेक शुभकामनाएं। इस वर्ष अंतर्राष्ट्रीय सीमा शुल्क दिवस की विषय वस्तु अत्यंत प्रासंगिक है। यह सीमा शुल्क के 3 सबसे महत्वपूर्ण कार्यों तथा लक्ष्यों को चिन्हित करता है, अर्थात कार्य, क्षमता, सुरक्षा तथा समृद्धि। इस केंद्रीय लक्ष्यों में सीमा शुल्क विभाग के बहुआयामी कार्यों का समावेश है। कार्य क्षमता बढ़ाने के लिए आधुनिकीकरण, आंकड़ा प्रबंधन, नवीनतम तकनीकों का प्रयोग इत्यादि आवश्यक है। इसी प्रकार सुरक्षा भी एक बृहद संकल्पना है, जिसमें स्वास्थ्य, आर्थिक सुरक्षा, आतंकवाद, पर्यावरण सुरक्षा इत्यादि जैसे आवश्यक सामाजिक मुद्दे शामिल हैं। और जब हम अपने कार्यों को निपुणता तथा ईमानदारी से करते हैं तो परिणाम स्वरूप समृद्धि स्वतः ही उत्पन्न हो जाती है। सीमा शुल्क विभाग देश के आर्थिक समृद्धि तथा सुरक्षा दृढ़ता के मध्य एक केंद्रीय कड़ी के रूप में कार्य करता है। विभाग द्वारा उठाए गए दूरगामी और सफल प्रयास का सुनिश्चित करते हैं कि देश के निर्यात और औद्योगिक विकास की गति में निरंतर वृद्धि होती रहे। तुरंत कस्टम, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स कैश लेजर, AEO कार्यक्रम, सरलीकरणकृत प्रक्रिया, दृष्टिकरण जैसी विभिन्न पहलों के माध्यम से व्यापार सुविधा को निरंतर और गतिशील रूप से बढ़ाया जा रहा है। देश दुनिया में तथा उभरती हुई तकनीक जैसे AI, VR और ब्लॉकचेन आने वाले समय में सीमा शुल्क के लिए अत्यंत उपयोगी होती जा रही है। आशा है कि विभाग इन तकनीकों को और बेहतर तरीके से उपयोग में लाएगा, जिससे व्यापार के लिए समय तथा लागत में बचत होगी। तुरंत सीमा शुल्क कार्यक्रम के अंतर्गत सीमा शुल्क निकासी प्रक्रिया में तेजी लाने के लिए पिछले कुछ वर्षों में प्रौद्योगिकी का लाभ उठाने के लिए फेसलेस मूल्यांकन, संपर्क रहित सीमा शुल्क और पेपरलेस सीमा शुल्क जैसे नीतिगत कदम उठाए गए हैं। इसके अलावा कई कार्यक्रमों का भी व्यापार प्रोत्साहन के लिए क्रियान्वयन किया जा रहा है, जैसे सीमा शुल्क जोखिम प्रबंधन प्रणाली के माध्यम से बढ़ी हुई सुविधा, डायरेक्ट पोर्ट डिलीवरी और डायरेक्ट पोर्ट एंट्री, कस्टम सिंगल विंडो प्रोजेक्ट के तहत स्विफ्ट और ई संचित। इस तरह के कदमों से विश्व स्तर पर भारत की रैंकिंग में सुधार हुआ है। हम सबको माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी तथा माननीय वित्त मंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में हर पहलू पर अग्रसर रहना है, ताकि देश को एक विकसित अर्थव्यवस्था बनाया जा सके। इस दिशा में व्यापार तथा लघु उद्योग को अधिक से अधिक सशक्त करने की आवश्यकता है। विनिर्माण क्षेत्र को समर्थन प्रदान करने के लिए सीमा शुल्क को तर्क संगत बनाने की दिशा में लगातार प्रयास किए जा रहे हैं। निर्यात व्यापार को अधिक समर्थ और सक्षम बनाने हेतु हर संभव प्रयास पर विचार किए जाने की आवश्यकता है। सीमा शुल्क के बेहतर प्रशासन के माध्यम से हमें सुनिश्चित कर सकते हैं कि भारतीय उद्योग को विश्व भर में निर्यात हेतु बेहतर संभावनाओं और अवसर प्राप्त हो। अंतर्राष्ट्रीय व्यापार को और अधिक सहज बनाने के लिए सीमा शुल्क विभाग अन्य सरकारी विभागों जैसे पर्यावरण विभाग, ड्रग कंट्रोलर इत्यादि के साथ भी सहयोग करता है। साथ ही हम विभिन्न देशों के साथ सहयोग की दिशा में भी निरंतर प्रयासरत रहते हैं। इस प्रकार की सहभागिताओं को अधिक बल देने से हम अंतर्राष्ट्रीय व्यापार की गति और बढ़ाकर नई दिशा दे सकेंगे। हम विभिन्न मंत्रालयों के साथ आपसी सहयोग के परिणाम स्वरूप और साथ ही CBIC द्वारा की गई विभिन्न व्यापार सुविधा पहलों के कारण कार्गो की निकासी में लगने वाले समय में लगातार कमी ला रहे हैं। हाल ही में बनाए गए NCTF के नए राष्ट्रीय व्यापार सुविधा एक्शन प्लान में कई ऐसी पहलें हैं जिनसे कई अपेक्षित सुधार हो सकते हैं। मल्टी मॉडल आधारभूत संरचनाएं, क्षमता विस्तार, कार्यकुशलता तथा उभरती हुई तकनीकों के संवर्धन से व्यापार को निश्चय ही सहजता प्राप्त होगी। मुझे जानकर अपार हर्ष हो रहा है कि इस एक्शन प्लान्स में सतत विकास और महिलाओं के समावेश जैसे आवश्यक पहलुओं पर भी ध्यान दिया गया है। मैं आशा करता हूं कि राजस्व विभाग और अन्य सभी भागीदार मंत्रालय इस एक्शन प्लान के सफलतापूर्व कार्यान्वित का भरसक प्रयास करेंगे। सीमा शुल्क विभाग के द्वारा तस्करी के विरुद्ध किए जाने वाले निरंतर प्रयास की सराहनीय है। राजस्व सूचना निदेशालय इस दिशा में अत्यंत सफल रहा है। भारतीय सीमा शुल्क द्वारा WCO के सहयोग से किए जाने वाले अंतर्राष्ट्रीय कार्य भी प्रशंसनीय है। हम जानते हैं कि नशीली दवाएं और अवैध वन्य जीव व्यापार स्वास्थ्य और पर्यावरण के लिए अत्यंत हानिकारक है। इस दिशा में हमें आपसी सहयोग के साथ अधिक तत्परता से कार्य करने की आवश्यकता है। आशा है कि सीमा शुल्क विभाग सभी हितधारकों के परामर्श से भारत के व्यापार को और अधिक सहज और सुगम बनाने के लिए समाधानों की खोज जारी रखेगा। निर्यात को बढ़ावा देना, घरेलू विनिर्माण को समर्थन देना, व्यापार को सुगम बनाना और उपभोक्ताओं की राहत प्रदान करना बजट के भी प्रमुख लक्ष्य हैं। मैं CBIC द्वारा इस दिशा में किए जाने वाले कार्यों की सराहना करता हूं तथा आशा करता हूं कि हम नई एवं सरल तकनीकों द्वारा इन लक्ष्यों को प्राप्त करने का प्रयासों को हम गति प्रदान करेंगे। भारत सरकार के नीतिगत सुधार दीर्घकालिक विकास क्षमता को मजबूत करने और भारत की वैश्विक प्रतिस्पर्धा को बढ़ाने पर केंद्रित है। भू राजनीतिक तनाव, वैश्विक संघर्ष और व्यापार नीति से जुड़े जोखिम आर्थिक वृद्धि के लिए बड़ी चुनौती है। ये अनिश्चितताएं अंतर्राष्ट्रीय व्यापार में व्यवधान पैदा कर सकती है, जैसे बदले में विभिन्न क्षेत्रों के उद्योगों को प्रभावित करती हैं। इन चुनौतियों से निपटने और निरंतर आर्थिक प्रगति सुनिश्चित करने के लिए सरकार और निजी उद्योगों के बीच सहयोगात्मक प्रयास आवश्यक है। इस प्रकार सरकार तथा निजी व्यापार के निरंतर प्रयासों द्वारा ही हम इन चुनौतियों का मुकाबला कर भारतीय अर्थव्यवस्था को और सुदृढ़ बना पाएंगे। हमें मानवीय त्रुटि के मार्जिन के साथ पूर्णता के स्तर को प्राप्त करने के लिए कुछ ही सिद्धांतों को याद रखना होगा। जांच एजेंसियों को पेशेवर व्यवहार के उच्चतम स्तर को बनाए रखना होगा। अपराध का पता लगाने के अपने उद्देश्य पर कार्य करना होगा। ये सुनिश्चित करना होगा कि किसी निर्दोष को नुकसान ना पहुंचे या परेशान ना किया जाए, और साथ ही उन्हें यह भी सुनिश्चित करना होगा कि कोई दोषी बच भी ना पाए। इन्वेस्टिगेशन प्रक्रियाओं और साक्ष्यों को मजबूत करने पर ध्यान देना चाहिए, और इसलिए सुनिश्चित करना होगा कि जो जांच की जा रही है उसके परिणाम सकारात्मक हों। यह एक जांच एजेंसी के लिए असली परीक्षा है। अंततः मैं WCO सर्टिफिकेट ऑफ मेरिट से सम्मानित सभी अधिकारियों को हार्दिक बधाई देता हूं। किसी भी अधिकारी को मिलने वाला इस पुरस्कार में उसके परिवार की भी बहुत अहम भूमिका होती है, क्योंकि उस व्यक्ति के साथ साथ उनका परिवार भी उनकी सेवा के दौरान किए गए परिश्रम में सहभागी होता है तथा उन्हें अपने सर्वश्रेष्ठ करने में भी प्रोत्साहित करता है। इसलिए मैं उन अधिकारियों के परिवार को भी इसके लिए बधाई देना चाहूँगा। आशा है कि ये पुरस्कार आपके मनोबल को बढ़ाएगा और प्रतिबद्ध बनाकर बेहतर प्रयासों की ओर अग्रसर करेगा। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
धन्यवाद महोदय। इन प्रेरणादायी शब्दों के लिए आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आज के इस शुभ अवसर पर माननीय केंद्रीय वित्त एवं कॉरपोरेट कार्य मंत्री श्रीमती निर्मला सीतारमन जी की गरिमामयी उपस्थिति हमारे लिए एक सम्मान और गौरव का विषय है। इसी क्रम में मैं मंत्री महोदया से विनम्र निवेदन करूंगा कि वे अपने अनुभव और दूरदर्शिता से हमारा मार्गदर्शन करें।
Namaskar and good evening. My colleague, the Pankaj Chaudhary, Chairman, the CBIC, Revenue Secretary, members of the CBIC, Principal Commissioners, Commissioners, and all officers of the CBIC, invited guests, media. It gives me immense pleasure to be here today, particularly when we are celebrating World Customs Organization Day. We're doing it a bit late, but because the date happens to be 26th January, it becomes slightly difficult for all of us to give our time, considering it is also our Republic Day. So it was gracious of the chairman to agree for an alternative day, and that happens to be today, and in a place which actually depicts the best of India's customs, and that is Nhava. I begin by giving my appreciation to all those who have received the award today. They are across the board. Their performance has been monitored, each being in their respective area of activity. But what I see in these awards is that they are serving their duty exemplarily well is obvious. But what does that do? It gives recognition for the individual. It gives such a recognition that it can be a lifetime achievement. It gives them the honor and recognition and merit for the work and contribution that they make. But if you look at the kind of trigger points on which the evaluation has happened and for which they are being awarded, I think it is an exemplary contribution to national security and for our country's Atmanirbharta. So big congratulations to all of you. I'm sure it is not taken in the way that I am going to put it out, but I want it to be considered as not just an award being given every year. This is a very big recognition for people who are actually in the front, like the soldiers who are posted in the border areas. You are actually the unarmed soldiers who are halting those unlawful activities happening at the borders. You're not allowing certain illegal things to come in. You're recognizing and probably smelling it even much before it happens. You're preventing it from getting into the hinterland. And therefore, the contribution that is being made is unmatched. I would want these awards to just not be for those people by routine every year somebody gets. These will have to be seen with those discerning eyes, which actually say, if you've received this award, you have made an immense contribution to the Indian economy and India's economic security. And therefore, not just stopping. I mean, look at the kind of things. I'm astonished that these are, well, it is some form of a token gesture of recognition. You give a beautifully worded certificate. But these are stories of heroes who've stopped such very valuable things from either getting out of the country or from getting into the country. And I would therefore think the board and also the PIB, the Press Information Bureau, and many other communication wing of the government should write about these people. Local television channels should interview them, should actually make a big hero of these people, which they are anyway, but for the public to know, this is the person who stopped tons of gold from coming into this country. This is the person who stopped illegal cigarettes from coming into the country. Oh, but this is the person who stopped drugs from entering into the country. And this is the person who actually every school child should be told, precious environment, fauna and flora have been prevented from getting out of the country, or even people sending them into this country have been stopped by this individual. And these are not just possible by sitting and working at your computer. This is sometimes risking your life. You're chasing these people. I'll never forget those instances which were brought before me, where in Kerala, I think a motorbike chase behind a car full of kidnappers or smugglers, and one or two of you all got even hurt badly. You were in hospitals. These are stories of heroes, which has to be said and showed, and also, if every time it's possible, we should document all this and have the person talk so that he or she becomes a motivator, saying this kind of a service is also possible for this country. I really bow my head in respects to such people who have done brilliant work. You therefore, for me, our country's face. You're the front for the country, and you're actually the first line of defense for this country's economic independence. And therefore, with such heroes, there are enough motivational aspects for us. There are enough motivators from whom we can draw inspiration and keep our duty going smoothly. However, pardon me for saying, during the COVID, India's customs performance set a very high benchmark for itself. I've said this before. And why did I start? Why did I start with pardon me? You set a big benchmark for yourself, fantastic performance during COVID, where not a word of complaint was put anywhere. Speedy clearances at the ports. Checking was unintrusive. Smooth and seamless movement of goods. Timely also exports had to happen. You cleared that as well. And knowingly or unknowingly, sorry for me to be sarcastic, knowingly, unknowingly, you set a very high benchmark for yourselves. You set a very high benchmark, and there is no doubt everyone recognized this, within the country and outside. Now, I hope we have not sat back from that level that you reached. You're capable of performing world class. You probably are setting benchmark to others. But have you sat back a bit? This is a question I want to ask of you. There are brilliant innovations happening. You're creating new ease of doing business for those who are exporting and importing. You're making sure that their guarantees can operate through one window. They don't have to run from different places or to settle it in different places. Great innovative steps for ease of doing business. But is the bus on? Indian customs at the port are the best, slightly getting diluted. I hope not. I want the bus to come back to say, Vikasit Bharat 2047, we are the first ones to show, we set benchmark and we are showing what a developed country's custom can be like, not what we imitate from the West. Not at all what we imitate from the West. Because in the digital era, the India stack, the digital payment interface that we created, stands as one of the world's first, which has been introduced by the most populous country, a country where the income divide is something about which everybody's speaking. So you bridge the income divide, please. And also, you still are categorized under the low income category. But we gave the world a digital public infrastructure. Not just one stack, but not just one brick, but a stack of it. And no one is able to match that. So it didn't matter whether we were the most populous country. It didn't matter that if regional development differences stand out even today, our development is not even across all parts of the country. None of this mattered. That we speak so many languages in this country, that English is not our mother tongue, didn't matter. We created an infrastructure, publicly funded, but used by everybody, which helped during COVID, vaccination, passports, your education, and your identity. Today it spreads across, doesn't it? You all recognize it. You all use it. You all benefit from it. If that is the way we showed the world that we are here to set standards, high standards, and standards which others have to catch up with, I would think that is fully proven by the Indian customs during COVID, and that has to be sustained. It is for you all to sustain it. And it is for you all to showcase that this is how customs across the world integrating technology with very many things which are paperless, cashless, and FS was right in saying it should not be heartless. You're capable of blending all this and proving to the world that we can set standards. Whether it is going to help in the fast turnaround of ships, whether it is going to help in exporters feeling that their goods are going without they having to pay any demurrages, or whether it is the digital world's exports which are going on, where your mastery is unmatched with anybody else. So I would think there should be that longing among you all that that example of COVID doesn't require another COVID for us to prove of our standards. You should do it on your own, even without COVID. One another reason why I have this confidence to say this to you. For the last 2 years, the board has been working very hard to rationalize our customs duties. One, the duty rate itself, some unbelievable figures of 150%, 200. Is this the era of that kind of high duties, even as we speak about Atmanirbharta? And is this the era to stop unwanted imports only because of high duty rates? I'm glad that the CBIC took a very comprehensive view of it, and in the last 2 years has worked to ensure, one, those fantastically high rates are brought down, and across the board, on how many items will you apply this kind of rate? And is there no way in which we can simplify it? It was rightly pointed out that during this budget exercise, as a result of 2 years of working, progressively we've cut down on duties and only 8 of them remain now. Am I right? Only 8 of them remain now. So that again proves that the CBIC has it in itself the capability of coming down on measures which were unwarranted or warranted if so required at that time, but in today's context, to ensure India's Atmanirbharta, this can be brought down to its minimum. I appreciate the board and I appreciate every one of you for having participated in this exercise and clearly stood out as that board which is not looking at customs, which the FS correctly mentioned, as a revenue generating instrument. It is more a measure to regulate our imports and more a measure to facilitate our exports. And you have once again proven that you can rise to the occasion. And there again gives me the confidence to say CBIC should lead the way to show the WCO that we are on the top, both in terms of performance and also in the ways in which we are futuristic to make sure the global customs world can learn from us. I look up to CBIC to give that kind of a leadership in customs and customs regulation, and for the IRS, which is doing this service, to have some guidance. I also was very impressed by the fact that the awardees also included people who have contributed in making your curriculum for training. So it is one very big thing to recognize people who have contributed at the borders to stop smuggling coming into the country of drugs or, things which we don't need. But it is one more thing, very important thing, for you to apply your mind to see how best your training can be purpose-serving. Unless you have that kind of a hand-holding of your young officers, they are not going to be able to grow to be efficient and effective. Equally, I would think the younger generation has a lot more to bring in the name of technology. So in every one of your training and training modules, there should be a judicious mixture of experienced, senior, and talented and innovative juniors planning for the course. The kind of labs that you're planning to create and the kind of technologies with which surveillance will have to happen require all this and more. On this occasion, particularly when people have won great awards, I once more wish and congratulate all of them. But I would like the CBIC to draw inspiration from each one of these contributions to stand out in the interest of the nation and ensure that smuggling is stopped, not just stopped, but I have said this even before, prosecution should happen, not just of those small fries who are bringing smaller things there, but track who has been behind this. The big brains behind these will have to be caught up and brought to the court to face the law. Otherwise, we are perpetually fighting, but not really containing the problem. So with these words, I once again congratulate all the award winners. appreciate the great work particularly happening in Nhava Sheva. I also have told the CBIC chairman and the revenue secretary that I would now start visiting all other ports, whether they are international container terminals or otherwise ports where our customs are present, go and see their good work on site. And therefore, I shall start moving and seeing all the various ports where good work is happening. I wish the entire team all the very best and a very bright future for India's customs and the brilliant work which goes on here. Jai Hind.
माननीय मंत्री महोदया, आपके शब्दों के लिए हम हृदय से आभारी हैं। आपका संबोधन सीबीआईसी परिवार को अपने कर्तव्यों को निष्ठा से निभाने में मार्गदर्शित एवं उत्साहित करेगा। हार्दिक धन्यवाद महोदया।
I now call upon Shri Vimal Kumar Srivastav, Chief Commissioner Customs, Mumbai Zone 2, to kindly deliver the vote of thanks.
A very good evening to the dignitaries on the dais and all esteemed guests at this event. On behalf of CBIC, it is my privilege to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Honorable Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman ji, for gracing this International Customs Day celebration with her esteemed presence. Madam, your words of encouragement and support have undoubtedly inspired CBIC officers to continue their dedication to service with renewed enthusiasm. And we will continue to further enhance the benchmarks. We offer our sincere gratitude to Honorable Minister of State of Finance, Shri Pankaj Chaudhary ji, for gracing the occasion and for sharing his valuable thoughts with the officers and trade fraternity. We are immensely grateful to the Finance and Revenue Secretary, Shri Tuhin Khan Pandey ji, for sharing his words of wisdom. Sir, we have taken note of your guidance, and we further commit ourselves to the mandate of trade facilitation and law enforcement. We remain indebted to the Chairman CBIC for the constant support, guidance, and encouragement. Sir, Mumbai Customs is deeply grateful to you for giving us this opportunity to host this event, and we look forward to more such opportunities in the future as well. We also extend our sincere gratitude to Member Customs and Member IT of CBIC, under whose close supervision this event has been organized. Also, it is their persistent guidance and monitoring that enabled us to launch these path-breaking reforms of e-bond, e-refund, and WAGE, which definitely marks a significant milestone in the history of Indian customs. Special thanks to Chairman of the Jawaharlal Nehru Port Authority and his team for their timely and wholehearted support in executing this event smoothly. Today, we also mark the WCO recognition of meritorious service, and we thank and congratulate all the 20 awardees for their dedication and exemplary service. Our special appreciation and acknowledgement for the media team and all those whose unqualified support and untiring efforts have made this program successful. We deeply appreciate and applaud the organizing team, that is officers of Mumbai Customs Zones, Customs Policy Wing, International Customs Division, Director General of System, DG Taxpayer Services, and Directorate of International Customs. They meticulously planned and executed the event in a well-coordinated manner. At the end, we express sincere gratitude to everyone, including government officers, port operators, customs brokers, and all other stakeholders. Your presence and support have made this occasion truly memorable. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. अब मैं यहाँ उपस्थित सभी से अनुरोध करूँगा कि वे राष्ट्रगान के लिए कृपया अपने अपने स्थान पर खड़े हो जाएं।
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Now I request the awardees to come up on the dais for a group photograph with the dignitaries. All the other guests are requested to kindly be seated. I now request the Commissioner, Nhava Sheva General, to kindly escort the dignitaries on the dais to the refreshments area. All the other guests are requested to kindly wait until the dignitaries proceed. Thank you all for your gracious presence. Now I request all guests to join for refreshments.
Refreshment venue is at the right side of this hall. Right side, your right. all awardees are requested to collect their mementos from the stage. All awardees are requested to collect their mementos from the stage.